He has seen me at my best. He has seen me at my worst. He has seen me come last. He has seen me come first. He has seen through thick and thin, but through all of this, He has always stood by me as a rock. He permeates me. He permeates in me only confidence, not only confidence, inner strength, but is also my mentor and my inspiration. दियारे इश्क में अपना मकाम पैदा कर, नया ज़माना नई सुबह और शाम पैदा कर। इकबाल। Today, I introduce to you all my soulmate and my dearest younger brother, Vikram Chaudhary. He is distinguished senior advocate. He started his journey in 1991, immediately after his graduation, under the guidance of our father, Chaudhary Kundan Lal, who himself was a renowned criminal lawyer in Amritsar, Punjab. With his clear vision and hard work, he earned many accolades in no time, became quite famous. On January 29th, 2014, he was designated as a senior advocate by the Honorable High Court of Punjab and Haryana. One of the memorable of our lives. In his practice for over 25 years, he has appeared in several high-profile cases. He has been hired by the British High Commission to represent a British. He visits myriad high courts and lives out of a case. And the list goes on and on and on achievements. And I'm such a proud sister to a very industrious active brother. Today he's here to share his amazing journey with all of us. Let's welcome Vikram Chaudhary. Hi, Vikram.
God. Hello, welcome, Khushamadi, Namaste to all the family, extended family, friends. Love you all. Had I known that I am going to get so many accolades, I would have told you to hold this many days back. And wholly undeserving, she's written so much about me, I don't know from where.
So, thought, okay, you are the biggest inspiration to all of us. So why not you should be a part of Vanda Raj live show?
Wow, Vanda Raj is amazing. Vanda Raj can be only one and only, unique. Huh? Wahid or Ahad, dono yahi hai. So nobody can.
So many people have come. So today more than 40 people are there who are watching.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
So
Yeah.
I'll tell all the audience that if you have any questions with Vikram, please keep it with you, and then in the last we have a question session for this participant.
Oh my God. There's no question. I know the audience here. They are what you call gurus in themselves. So we have to learn from each one of them. They have their own journey and experiences, which is beautiful, and so is yours. And I am very new to technology. I just, went on Instagram about a month back during lockdown for watching some music programs. Before that, I did not know what is Instagram. So it's a learning process, and today my teacher for Instagram is Keshvam Chaudhary, of course.
Oh. So Vikram, I'm excited to listen to your entire. So I think let's start from the lockdown. So in the lockdown, what do you think? Like any changes has happened in your life? Like I heard a lot of stories from non-vegetarian converted to vegetarian and all that. Just share in your
I don't think lockdown has brought about that change, about the change which you are talking about. I think change is a part of your own self. So whenever you are ready, you call it a lockdown, call it any moment, call it any occasion, call it any event. But once the change is within yourself and you are ready to adapt to it, you can easily
That
take
is
it
true.
over. It's the
I
mind that you conquer. And as to quote Daddy,
yes.
uh, Man jeete, jag jeet.
That, that,
That
very
was his
nice.
famous verse. But I'm
True,
trying
true.
to, well, I'm trying to overcome various shortcomings and
Okay.
trying to introspect, trying to empty my glass and fill it again. That is the whole motto of life. Keep on learning, right? Keep on
Uh-huh.
educating. Right? So, as I said, each one of you has myriad stories to tell. Mine may be very insignificant and very short.
Please, Vikram.
Right?
Everyone knows from where you reached. I think today we are discussed everything. I to ask you certain questions, which will anybody will get a thing. So I think most of the people are eagerly waiting to understand your journey as a lawyer. Like who is your inspiration and what all things motivate you to keep all your zeal and spirit every time.
No, I think this is journey is more to do with genetics. And
Okay.
when I was a student and when I was, say, I started my career, it seemed that there is something that you have to do, right? To make your parents proud, to make your family proud, to make your state proud, to make your country proud. But as you grow up, we feel that it is not your children, but as parents, you should do something for your children to give them something so that they become that what your parents expected out of you. So
Uh-huh.
eventually, I've learned that the biggest responsibility is to become a good parent.
Okay.
So parent doesn't mean to your own offspring or to your own children, but parent means to all wherever there is requirement of leadership. There is
That
requirement of your taking charge. It may be your workplace, it may be your extended family, it may be people who rely on you. So wherever you assume the role of, as you call in legal parlance, parents patriae, that
mm.
is that the courts are parents patriae for all. So
Okay.
wherever you assume that role, it is very important to discharge that obligation. This is the highest responsibility.
That is
And
wonderful.
leadership starts from home. Right? People like you who are taking this leadership call to have hosted this program requires a lot of courage. Right? And we are proud of you first.
So thank you so much. It's your you are just making it a little bit.
Don't be
Oh,
nervous. You are going fantabulously well. Keep on. So
thank you
you're
so
going to
much.
grill me today? Are you going to grill me today?
Not that because before you said that someone was calling, telling me to ask you this, I should ask you that. So I think I'm going to a lot of things.
Okay. Okay.
So what do you think, like from, from like your dad was in Amritsar and then who came to Chandigarh? So anything has happened. I did stay in Chandigarh, Amritsar. If you can just
I
share that.
think,
Yeah.
well, my life, I was, and of course, all my family members and those who knew my parents, they're all very lucky. We were born in I think, I don't see that a person of the stature of my father, the way he treated us, that is something very unique. So when I grew up, I was, and you know it better, was a very pampered child. Could not leave my parents even for a day.
Uh-huh.
Are you? Is the network clear?
Yeah, just give me a sec. I think everything is okay. There is some problem in my sec. Hello?
You're not audible, I think. No, now you are.
I'm audible?
Yes, you
Yeah,
are.
because it's
You
on,
are.
it's not. Yeah. Okay. So everybody can hear me now properly? Can you thumbs up the audience? Am I clear? My voice is clear? Can't hear. Okay. Anyways, Vikram, you continue. I'll just check it up.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you are
Yes.
audible to me at least now. So the
Okay,
first
okay.
thing my
Yeah,
father
so
told me
just
when
continue.
I first thing my father told me when I did law was that you move away from me. I could not move
Okay.
away from him. So he said that nothing grows under a banyan tree. So you have to leave. And he ensured that I had some case to take up to the High Court. And probably he knew that once I reached there, I may not return back, and eventually that happened. So I came to High Court pushed by my father. But when I came here, I think I was extraordinarily fortunate. The destiny has been very kind to me. The providence was on my side. And with great judges at that time, with great lawyers at that time, senior lawyers who were exceptionally good, who knew how to hold the hand of a youngster and keep him, ticking, keep him amused, enthusiastic, and even if there was some embarrassment in something, they would come for your protection. So I have been extraordinarily lucky. Even the judges before whom I appeared, I cannot forget them, the way they have encouraged me. And that is how I think I could remain at Chandigarh. And eventually there came a stage after about say 17 years that when I told my father that there are only two options. First is that either I should come back to Amritsar or you would have to come to Chandigarh. He didn't take a second. He didn't take a second to say that there is no question of the first option. It is only the second one.
Okay.
And he came here like always like my pillar of support. And then of course, gradually things keep on happening as Majroor Sultanpuri says, Daddy used to quote it. मैं तो अकेला ही चला था जानिबे मंजिल मगर लोग मिलते गए और कारवां बनता गया.
Yeah, true. In fact, I still remember when Dad was going to take a, and then he says he wanted me at this time to go on, So that's something I have learned.
Correct. So as I said, it is most difficult to be a good parent.
Yes, very true.
So we thought all along that we have to be good children or maybe better children. But I tell you, the role that our parents performed was the most toughest. It was the toughest indeed.
Absolutely. I agree. Okay, so Vikram, any memorable or any of yours as a senior advocate?
Senior advocate, I don't know how many of us here, my family is technically into, legal sense, but senior advocate is a designation which is given by full court. Full court means either the High Court or the Supreme Court of India. Any High Court. There are High Courts in every state and Supreme Court. So this designation itself was given to me in 2014. And it was a huge moment. My father, at that time, I was even being considered for some kind of an elevation as a judge. When my father said that he would like me to be a senior advocate, then a judge. So I was very astonished. I said, "Why did you say that? Would you not like that if I was elevated?" He said, "No, senior advocate is something which is very honorable, and you will have more sense of responsibility. You must first, if you become a senior advocate, that would be a real honor." Yeah. When I became eventually senior advocate, that time our mother, was unwell, and she was with you in Bangalore.
Yes.
And I don't know whether she came to know about it or not,
No.
because very soon she passed away after that.
Unconscious.
Mm. So, but whatever it is, my father has been the proudest of this designation. Where I said, God has been extraordinarily kind. And after that, the designation, certain things, change. And people from various places whom you did not know start coming to you, briefing you. As a senior advocate, your role is to confine to arguing cases, mostly. So people from all walks of life used to come. They started coming
Okay.
gradually. So you travel more, you get more experience, different courts, different high courts. Every high court has a different culture. Every place has a different culture.
Culture.
So that has been very good fortune of mine.
True. And you can just, with our viewers, you can just share that how much traveling is important, like we were talking the other day. So, because so many times sometimes happens that you don't want to travel and you have limited your vision. So what's your vision actually, basically, so where you felt that you need to go to in that part? If you can just give some kind of motivation to the other people also, we are very curious to learn your journey, in that case. If we can also implement in our life.
See, I tell you one more thing.
Yeah.
As lawyers, we are called counsels. Counsel.
Okay.
So counsel automatically infers that you have to counsel people. Counseling, like you go for counseling.
Yes.
So when you counsel, you eventually learn that only that much you can do, which is within your reach. Everyone has 24 hours, and everyone has to perform within that stipulated time. So whatever is achievable, you should achieve that. I have never thought of actually anything else except living in the moment. I'm talking to you just now, and I'm looking at the whole family and great friends who are also family looking at us right now. So this moment itself is complete. So journey starts from here. So if you feel, I use our father used to keep 2 poems on his office table, and there were only 2 stanzas from each poem. One of the poem was if you can fill the by Rudyard Kipling, if you can fill the unforgiving minute with 60 seconds worth of distance run, yours will be the earth and everything that's in it, and you'll be a man, my son.
Wow.
So that unforgiving minute, 60 seconds, that is all. So you don't plan anything. Excellence is in your own field. Whatever the task is in your hand, you do it fully, and it is excellent. So if it is traveling involved, right, nobody has devised it. I don't even think about it. Many friends have been asking me, what did you do? You were traveling all the time.
Yes.
Every day you were taking a flight, and how are you sitting in lockdown? And I said that, well, I didn't even think about it.
Yeah.
So my mind was in that sphere of domain of that 60 seconds. So whatever it is now, whether it is music, whether it is writing, whether it is eating, or trying to learn meditation, trying to emulate people like you, follow them, and maybe improve my life. That's all, and that's all we all do. So there is no planning here as such. The only mantra of success is, as it is oft quoted, that the harder I work, luckier I seem to have become.
Yeah.
So luck follows hard work, I think.
Yes.
Good fortune follows that, and hard work is nothing but
Yes.
living in the moment and doing your 100% in that moment. That's all.
You should excel in your work you are doing.
Sorry?
I said you should be excel in your work, whatever you are doing.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely. Your work should be, work is worship. That is why it is called worship. And as they say, I tell all of my associates here, 2 of them are sitting here and watching.
Okay. Wow.
And so that God lies in details. So don't miss a single detail, single comma.
I think that's what you said, the godlike detail. So I think I should write it down in my journal. I started writing journal and I'm suggesting everyone to start writing journal.
I
So
know,
it
I know
has
every many stories here. All of our audience today, oh, they have done fantabulously well in this lockdown. So
yes,
you
yes,
can have each one of them as your guest. There'll be endless conversations. These
yes,
are
yes.
great experiences.
Great, great. Okay, Vikram. So the next, what we were just thinking of that we'll ask you this, that how was it under the umbrella of your father, like who was also a renowned criminal lawyer, and now as your son Keshwam is also on the same path. So would you do things differently from what it was at that time? So how it is like now? It's the same thing. You know what is going to happen, right?
Of course, as I told you, nothing should be, taken as kind of a fixed format. There is no format.
Okay.
The only mantra is to live in that moment. So whatever has happened, if I came here, it was
Yeah.
that moment, and
Hmm.
whatever I did here, I lived in that moment.
Hmm.
And if Keshwam is joining, he will be living in that moment. Of course, times have changed. There is
Yeah.
revolutionary change. I
Mhm.
see youngsters. At my time, we used to have manual books mostly to rely on. We used to read judgments from journals. So it was difficult to, sometimes the judgment would come to our notice months or maybe years after.
Yeah.
Some judgments were unreported.
Hmm.
Today, with the advent of this, computerization and technology, there
Okay.
is exponential change so
Hmm.
far as our field is concerned. So an order comes, I mean, it may have been circulated later by the court, but it comes in some. We have some wonderful law sites where the orders are published.
Okay.
Their content is already disclosed. Then there are electronic libraries we have now. These books are now only for decoration because
Hmm.
everything is on an e-library. So our investment from books has changed into e-libraries because that is more
Oh,
efficient with the click of
so much
one control F, and you can find n number of judgments on the
so
subject.
much of that happening. Very nice.
So these youngsters today have a real fire in their belly.
Huh.
Their pace is ahead,
Hmm.
and it's a treat to work with them and actually to learn from them.
Yes.
And if I have reached anywhere in
100.
profession,
So I always say that the children are much more smarter than us.
absolutely,
We
absolutely.
could learn the new ways of thinking from them.
That's what I'm saying. If in our profession, if we reach at any level, it
Hmm.
is only because of the contribution of the team that you have. So I have team of excellent lawyers who may be far better lawyers
Hmm.
at their age than I was at when
Hmm.
I was of that age. So there's a
Okay.
lot of difference.
Hmm.
So of course these people will have to go places. So Keshwam is
Hmm.
in the same league. You will have to with so much of fire in belly. There
Yeah.
is huge lot of competition out there. But
That.
our profession has one beautiful thing, which also my father used to say.
Hmm.
That our profession is of abundance. It is abundance of giving. And once you
Hmm.
give in abundance, there is so much of work here. It's endless. Only we need
Yes.
people with more of an emotional quotient, which word is
Hmm.
coined by my wife Rachi. You know, she says, deal less with intelligence quotient and deal more with emotional quotient.
Question. Yeah. I always say, I said I have an emotional quotient which is extremely higher than my any other quotient. So
We
I'm
should.
quite famous for tears. You know that they say your tears are always there. You know something we say and your tears are just so. I think okay. So Vikram, So I thought, ki, now you are Vandana Raj. Page, so I think I should not miss asking you the fashion question. So like everybody knows that you have a style and know how to keep up your trends and things. So how like your profession, like what I heard from Rashid, and I know myself, I've traveled with you a couple of times. So how that fashion relates in your profession?
Sorry, profession is black and white, but yes, after that we call that senior advocate thing silks. You get silks.
Ah,
So the gown is
okay.
of silk. So there are very few vendors. So there is nothing extraordinary about fashion while at work.
Uh-huh.
But off the work, and I always quote that supreme excellence lies in simplicity. And
Okay.
simplicity is not wearing, no, not wearing a brand, but simplicity is being, I think, being decisive. Right? So
Yes.
so what I had learned and I had adapted was that I
Uh,
can go and if I'm clear, I
mm,
can, buy anything that I want to wear
mm.
in maybe a few seconds. So I don't get confused there. So probably the statement of fashion is only limited to that. And in my
Okay.
work, there
Uh,
is one prominent saying that only two things matter.
yeah.
One is how you dress, and second
Okay.
is how you address. So dress, of course,
Hmm.
that dress as I said, it is in black and white. But at the
Yeah.
same time, are your collars clean? Is your
Yeah.
band all right? Is
Yeah.
your coat dry clean? Are
Okay.
your shoes polished? Is your trouser, fully ironed? So things like that. So that
So,
probably is the dress, and you should always wear proper dress in the court. One should not fall foul of not wearing proper
okay.
dress. So dress and address, of course. When you address the court, address is not where you live, but
Yeah.
address is how you speak in the court,
Yeah.
that how you bring out your case. So dress and address both matter. So there is an element of fashion involved.
So what do you like? Like to wear ready-made, or you wanted to customize your stuff? Like, what is your choice? Normally, how you prefer shop for the when it comes to clothes?
No, it's mostly been ready-mades for me. Fortunately,
Okay.
I have swelled at times and become a little bit obese, but gradually, with the strong, I would say rebuke of my wife, I've been
Mm.
able to change my diet plans, and I have always fit into ready-made clothes. So I have
Okay.
been very avid fan of ready-made clothes. But
Mhm.
yes, for coat clothes, of course. You need a proper tailoring.
Proper
So
custom.
that's yes, proper customized tailoring. And
Yeah.
even in some part of ready-mades, I think to fit into them, again a tailor is required to
Uh-huh.
fit it to your size. So that is
Okay.
not alteration. Even a normal alteration I've seen, it may not yield that much of result. As a
Uh-huh.
good tailor, giving some kind of twist or turn to it. Right? That's the element of fashion which probably Vandana Raj is doing.
No, in fact, I was just talking other day. I said, like you, if suppose I wanted to open a solo because I like customization, so let me just go through the menswear. What do you think
Oh,
was that idea? If I'll just start menswear anytime.
super hit. Super hit. Men are not lagging behind because we end up spending a lot of money for our wives to wear,
Rashi
or
is
our
there.
daughters, or for our sisters to wear. So we should spend on ourselves also. So you have to start with the men's line. I
Oh,
think it will be a super success,
oh,
and
wow.
there are many these days kurta pajama or
Yeah,
the Indian ethnic dress of every format is
yeah.
I think a huge success, and that that Nehru jackets or
Kids,
the sherwanis in
Irvani.
winter season, I think that can be a phenomenal success, and even more than probably it could be equal, if not more, equal to the women market
Wow.
available.
Really?
You can have many men as clientele, and there are many men I can see in the audience to follow the suit.
That's great. I think I should work on it very seriously.
Definitely. Definitely.
So, as Vikram, one more thing like about Rashi when we started talking about Rashi. So, how like you are so busy traveling and every time from one place to another. So, how Rashi is coping with us, with you? That,
That's a good question which could be answered only by Rashi. But I told you, as I told you, and as you know, I am truly blessed. Right from my loveliest of parents and my cutest of sisters to, I think, a phenomenal woman as my wife. She is the backbone of anything and everything that I've done in my life. And she stands behind me as a rock. And
okay.
I've never felt that actually I'm busy and somewhere ignoring. Probably she's not made me given me that kind of a feeling. But at times, yes, a normal household. So there have to be some kind of squabbles, which is very healthy. That's all. But I think overall, a lawyer's family, especially from a lawyer's point of view, this is typically from my profession, and whosoever is from my profession watching this would know that you cannot do anything without your family's support. Lawyers have a tough schedule, of course, a
Yes.
very tough schedule. We first meet clients, so we have to give them audience. Then, if they give us their case, then we have to study on the case, work on the proposition, find out the law. Then we have to draft their case.
Yeah.
So then, after drafting, we have to appear in the court and argue it.
Yes.
So, since we are dealing with human life, and this is also kind of a greatest, one of the noblest service to the society, I would say, eventually. Of course, not that we don't earn. As you grow up and you get more experience, you do earn. But then there is a great opportunity to give it back to the society. There are
Yes.
many things that you do pro bono, as we call it. Pro bono
Yeah.
is without consideration. And for that matter, we need family support all the time. My father was such a big support that he was being put on a ventilator. This was probably the second last day of his on this earth. And the last remark that he gave me was, "Why are you here? You had a case in Ahmedabad. Why don't you take a flight and fly? Don't
Yeah.
worry about me." So this was, a different. I hope we even become even an iota of what our parents were.
Yeah, I still remember Vikram Mom was in the hospital when we were having a new year and we had a case. And the doctors were telling us to go to another hospital, and she said that no, Vikram has case, so let him go.
I know. I
Yeah,
know.
I still remember.
Everyone. So it has been a
Go, but still, so I think that's you are right that it's the inspiration from us.
absolutely. That's
Yes.
the quality of a family is, and I always say that leadership starts at family, in
Okay.
family. Every one of us is a leader
Yeah.
because we have to have that statesman qualities. So every member of the family requires to have that statesman quality. If you have that quality, then cannot be a dissension in the family ever, because everybody then assumes a leadership role at some point of time.
Yeah.
And if you are a leader in your own family, in any sphere, I mean, all family members are leaders in their own sphere. Eventually, you can lead your country.
Yes.
So the leadership at higher levels come later. Leadership's first test is within your family, within your house. That's
Yes.
very important. So if Rashi has borne this, so she's borne all the miseries, whatever have been, with a smile and with a sense of leadership. So,
Yes.
which I duly recognize, and various places where I go these days. So where people know her more than me. For example, when she was teaching in school, and the kids' parents used to come, and she used to introduce me. Then I used to say, "I'm Mr. Rashi." So it is easier to follow that way.
That's fun. In fact, today I'm sorry, everybody, we are taking much time. I think the conversation is going a little interesting. So if I take a hope everything is okay for everyone. So just thumbs up. Yeah. So Vikram, in fact, a lot of people are there who has like family businesses, like the children are with them and all that. So any suggestion you would like to give them, like how they can cope up with their children when they are in the same profession?
So it's like family business is also, or a profession in the same profession. It's not easy. I guess initially, with they say in my case, for example, with the surname of Chaudhary, it was easier to get maybe your first case, maybe your second case, maybe your third case. But it couldn't have gone on and on unless and until people reposed confidence in you, faith in you. So how would the people repose confidence in you unless you are meritorious in your own, on your own? Merit on your own would come with your own knowledge, experience, and wisdom. So wherever there is a family business, like your business, assuming that your daughter, one of your daughters join your business. So it's not that she will carry the legacy, she will make it successful only because it was Vandana Raj who has done phenomenally well. Yes, of course, it's a great start. But she has all the more responsibility to take it ahead. And if not ahead, at least maintain the same status. It is not easy. So for Keshwam to be the third generation lawyer, he can be successful not because he has a surname of Chaudhary. He has to have substance. It is not the skin that matters. It is the soul which matters. It is not the form that matters. It is the substance that
That's
matters.
wonderful. That's wonderful. Those are the important words. I think we should all keep it.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
So Vikram, apart from all these things, like we have seen the other, there are two aspects of your life. One side, you are a tough criminal, very professional, very hate lawyer, and there's a softer side of you who loves poetry, music, Sufi, ghazals. How that transformation and how that thing comes into you?
I think all of us have something on the creative side. Probably my biggest stress buster, I would say, is music, that Sufi and ghazals, poetry. Poetry, I think I inherited as a legacy from my father. He was very deep into Urdu poetry. And before that, our grandfather used to recite, bhajans and aarti. And he used to recite an Urdu couplet for me. It was Allama Iqbal, very famous couplet. And he used to say, मिटा दे अपनी हस्ती को अगर कुछ मर्तबा चाहे कि दाना खाक में मिलकर गुले गुलजार होता है. That a seed has to bite the dust to blossom into a flower. So if you want to achieve something, you have to immerse yourself in dust. It may be anything. So that was the motto. So this poetry is actually life. And whenever I draft a case, I can tell you that every comma and full stop, it makes a difference. It is like poetry. There has to be balance. So this is something which is which in fact triggers my creative sense, I would believe. I think like Keshwam is on piano. I've seen many children, many of my friends who are also into music or Sufi or ghazals, or some friends of mine play instruments very well. So I think we all have something or the other to stoke our the sense of creativity and bring in make us better professionals, better persons, and better human beings.
Yeah, that's what they say. Left and the left brain has to work together.
That's right.
Then
That's right.
a balance that in your life.
Correct.
So everyone, viewers, if you have anything would you like to ask Vikram, then I think I can ask you.
Sorry, I think there was lot many comments here which we could not read. Though I was wearing my specs, but still seems.
Coming up. So, if anybody has a specific thing to ask Vikram, so Vikram is here for you for another 5 minutes. So, in fact, Minnie was yesterday asking, oh, you must ask him a question that how you are so good in your drafting and your, your vocabulary, your words, your bringing up.
I am,
So how that has happened, Victor? Because even though we are all together and everything, but I actually still don't remember that how you have become, where you have reached today. So how that
no
path of
way.
so I was
See,
also in my own world, so I didn't know like how that transformation.
I am grateful for all my family, friends, and all my associates, all my work associates who believe in me to whatever extent. I don't think there is anything extraordinary that I did. I just did what was required to be done at that moment, and probably I think the Almighty has been extraordinarily kind. But there is only one aspect I think which all of us need to have, and that is very good luck. And as I said, the harder you work, it seems that more luck shines on you.
Oh wow,
So
that's
that's all. So it's just things just go on happening,
yeah.
and drafting is something I imbibed from good judgments. I think I will end this conversation with something very unique.
Yes.
So there is an honorable Supreme Court judge who recently retired,
Uh-huh.
and the bar, felicitated him and thanked him for the service that he had rendered to the nation,
Okay.
and he had delivered some
Uh-huh.
milestone judgments on very key subjects in the
Okay.
country. So when he was asked that, sir, you have performed so well, you've given such milestone judgments, and you've done such human service to the society. So his remark was a Newton's quote, right? Quote from Newton, the scientist. So
Okay.
it was, the quote is that he says that somebody asked Newton that you've done phenomenally well. Nobody could reach this level, the kind of exponential research that you have carried out. So Newton said that I did nothing. I was standing on the shoulders of the giants. The people who worked before me were giants, and they lifted me on their shoulders so I could see more than what they had seen.
Wow.
So
Wow.
had they not lifted me, I wouldn't have seen that. So whatever drafting we do is because there have been beautiful judgments, extremely erudite, extremely intelligent judgments written, with such great thought process that it has been easier to imbibe. We had great judges who have worked in this country. We have extraordinary lawyers who have been in this country. So it is easy to emulate them and to, become what I said, iota of this kind of an excellence.
Very, very nice. Wonderful words. So there are few questions that people are asking, like what kind of a book we should read and motivate ourselves.
What kind of book we should read?
Yeah. What is the book you refer them to
See,
on the
unlike,
or on?
I think the best answer for that can be given by Rashi and none else. She is a voracious reader, but for me, I would say one of the biggest lessons have been to read a book given by none other than my darling brother Romy.
Acha. Okay.
He had given me a book called Who Moved My Cheese,
Yes.
and that has been a phenomenal, I would say a change, it brought about a great change in my own thinking.
Okay.
So I think that's a short book, very short. It could be
Very.
finished in maybe less than an hour. So I think Who Moved My Cheese is one which I would recommend.
Yeah. Wow, that's wonderful. So everybody, please try today. Who moved my read it and post it on the group, right? So, so we'll just now end this conversation. But before ending, can you say some lines of your poetry or any small ghazal, or if you can just say that before we end up this session.
See, I can only quote again. I told you my father had two English quotes every day. Right?
Okay.
And two of them I distinctly remember. One was that if, which I just recited.
Yeah.
The other one was from a poem called Village Blacksmith.
Village
And which is The Village Blacksmith by Henry Wadsworth Longfellow.
Okay.
And it said that each morning you see some task begun. Each evening one sees it close. Something attempted, something done has earned a night's repose. So when you start in the morning something, which you do it with full dedication, the meaning, I mean, that's the explanation to it. Each morning sees some task begun, each evening sees it closed.
Yeah.
Something attempted, something done, and has earned a night's repose. So that
Wow.
something has to be attempted, which is within our reach. I think that is only excellence. We should be excellent in what we are doing.
Yeah.
We have a habit of probably commenting on all others. What the Prime Minister should do, what A should do, and what B should do. I think we should be excellent in what we do.
We do.
That's the
Yeah.
service to the society.
Absolutely right. Thank you so much, Vikram.
Thanks to everyone, and we love you all. And thank you, Mandana. You are
Yeah.
such a darling.
Thank you, Vikram. Thanks. Thanks a lot for coming, with such a your busy routine. You have taken time for us. So thank you so much. Love you.
Thank you. Thank
Yeah.
you.
So I hope you enjoyed this conversation with Vikram. So please do post your any specific questions still if you wanted to ask Vikram. So he can always talk to you like after this conversation as well. I'll make sure that your questions has to be answered. So thank you so much. And next week we are again coming with another motivational talk for you people. So please tune in and be with us every week, Saturday, 6 p.m. Thank you. All the best. Good night to all of you. Bye. Take care.